Howdy y'all, big country survival here. Just playing with a little toy duck call. Uh, Nephew likes it, so I had it in my pocket and thought it would be a interesting way to start the video. Um, but so stick that back in the pocket. Um, this is a video response to Midwest Prepper. Why do I live where I live? And honestly, I'm not sure if he's referring to my exact location or if he's talking about my area. So I'm just going to start with my exact location, and if I can make it to my area, I will in this video. If not, it'll be a secondary video, and I'll tell you at the end of this one whether there will be a part two. I mean, obviously, if I put part one on it, it's going to be a two-part at least. So why do I live here? My location. What are the bonuses, benefits of this area? Well, all right. So I live clear on the other side. I grew up on pretty much as far on one side of this county as I could be. And I now live pretty much as far on the other side of the county as I can be. I mean, I can literally drive for 5 minutes and I'm in the next county over. So I'm like right on the county line. But actually, yeah, probably less than 5 minutes I could be in another county. But so why? Because the other side of the county is a little too grown up for me. They have a little more industry, have a river, so there's more. It's closer to town, like the big town. They actually have water treatment facilities over there, and like the property that I grew up on was over in that side of the county. I could literally be in town in 5 minutes, 5 to 10. It didn't even take me but about an hour to get there on my bike. And keep in mind, 5 minutes, that doesn't, you've got hills, right? You're going up and down hills, right? So that's why it would take me like pretty close to an hour on my bike to get into town. But so why did I leave that side of the county? Well, they had city water, and now my house that I grew up in, my old home place, we didn't have city water growing up. We had a water spigot out in the yard that was connected to city water, but ours come from a spring. But anyway, there was city water clear on out there. And thing that sucked about it is once they got city water out through there, then come the housing developments. That's why I hope they never put city water out where I'm at. I really do. I hope that never comes. I'll fight that as much as I can. I don't want city water out here. Just keep my well. Because where I live now, if you don't have a well or a spring, you haul water. You do. You haul water. And I like that. I have a well. My hillsides are full of springs. Eventually, when I find a good one on there that stays wet most of the year, I'm gonna actually cultivate that and put a reservoir. Hopefully, it's high up enough on a hill. I'm able to gravity feed it down. just an added source of water. But I can go back on my hill in the rain and water comes up out of the ground, or even when it's just been raining, I can go get water that's coming up out of the ground. Um, I've got two sources of water, of running water, on my property. One is a creek that's actually named, and the other is a run. And I've not drank from the creek straight, and I ain't about to, because the thing that comes with not having city water, not having city sewage. So that creek is contaminated, no question about it. It's contaminated from people's septic tanks, septic systems. Because honestly, most of the septic systems out here probably ain't up to code anyway. And it is what it is. But now my run, that is, it's not a regular thing. I mean, it'll dry up if we haven't had rain in a little while. But as far back, it's pretty much woods as far back as I can tell. I go as far as my property, and I don't trespass on my neighboring property to go and find the source of it. But I've drank from it, and it's good. So I've got plenty of water. And getting water out here in this area for me is not an issue. That's what I like about it. Also, I'm farther out than 5 minutes from town. You know, the pizza delivery guy don't come to my house. You know, there's no housing developments out here. Everybody, like, there's a lot of people live on my road, but with that lot of people, that means a lot of farms. Guys have farms out the wazoo up and down this road. Every house has cattle or chickens or goats or hay, corn. You know, they raise a garden in the summer. I mean, it's just, you drive down through here, it's so much food being produced. And I like that. I like that in the area. I like that here everyone's friendly. I mean, I'll be out working in the yard or in the hayfield, and I'll have this on my hip. My little Taurus PT 111 9mm. I'll have it, or I'll have a shotgun slung across my back, or you know, a rifle or a shotgun slung across my back, and people will stop and talk to me. Because I'll tell you what, I don't go out in the woods without a gun of some sort. There's three things that I never leave the house with are a gun, a knife, and a way to start fire, which I wear one way to start fire around my neck, so like this stays on me 24/7. And it's a little cheapo magnesium bar with the striker on it. Little striker. But anyway, you know, and it doesn't bother them that I'm packing heat. It doesn't. You know what else I like about this area? When a tree falls down across the road, we don't call emergency services. Nah. You know what we do? Somebody has a chainsaw or an axe in their truck, and so we cut it till we can pull it out of the way, or someone has a chain or a tow strap, and we hook that up and we drag it out of the road. I mean, that happens. Someone breaks down, someone's gonna stop and help. A guy runs out in his socks, hollering, trying to flag you down, you stop. This actually happened. His wife was down the road having a heart attack. This has been a while back. But, you know, you stop. You know, it's a friendly area. We all wave. You know, neighbors that I haven't actually met because I live on a long road. and it's very, and this is a very big area. I mean, because there's a lot of roads. Then there's a lot of roads that branch off. Um, so I don't know everybody, but everyone out here waves. Everyone out here is pretty friendly for the most part. Um, and for the most part, everyone's fairly self sufficient. Like, I can see this area, major grid down situation, coming together. Um, I can see this area coming together, setting up a trading post somewhere in this area, coming together and trading goods back and forth. Um, I have neighbors that, if someone's shooting on either side, any side of me, like, there's a couple of different sides, but there's a couple of neighbors that are close enough that if I hear some shooting going on, I know I can hear it, and vice versa. So something happens, I've got people that we can we can fight with each other, right? Um, you know, Actually, depending on circumstances, I might not even have to leave my house. But we're close, but we're not on top of each other close either, right? And that's what I like. What in the world is wandering through here? Um, Now, some disadvantages, things that I wish that I could change about where I live. Well, I wish it was farther out. I'm plenty far out, but I still wouldn't mind being a little bit farther out. I can never, in my reasoning, I can never be too far away from civilization, um, and that's just the way it is. Um, there is an interstate that is relatively close. I mean, it's not like I can't see the interstate from my property or anything like that, but it is relatively close, and I wish that that was different. Um, but at the same time, they've got to go through a lot of farms to get to me. And a lot of farms, a lot of hills, all that to get to me. Um, that's the big things that I don't like about my area. That's really it. I wish I was farther out, although I am plenty far out, and I wish that there wasn't an interstate right there. I wish I was farther from the interstate, really. But it is what it is. And like I said, they've got to go through some hills and some not so easily traversed terrain to get to me. Um, that's the big things that I don't like. Um, I've got enough flat land to feed my family on. Um, I've got enough woods, that can be foraged for wild edibles. Actually, as far as that goes, I can turn some of this woods into farmland because I've got a lot of flat spots. Um, but so that's why I am where I am. It's a farming community. It's a friendly community, and I'm away from town. I don't have city water, and city water breeds more people coming out, and it growing up. So as long as city water doesn't come out here, it's not going to grow up like that. I hate housing developments. I'll do a video on that one of these days, but I hate them with a passion. Anyway, till next time, Big Country with Big Country Survival, signing out, and God bless.